Okay. There we go. Now we're live. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Say mine's on. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then.
What? Okay.
Hello, Miss Archimede.
Yeah, Mr. Archie, Mrs. Archie. Baby got back problems.
Damn, I think that's me. That needs to be my name.
Ain't that a good one? I love that.
Dang, I love it. I've not heard that one yet. That's
Hey,
like
Lena, Christy. Hey, G-Man. I was reading vegan. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Sky. Hey, Nicole.
What's up, Nicole? I want to tell everybody that was in my live yesterday that I was non-existent in that I really appreciate you all being there. All the mods that were there. I really appreciate it. My granddaughter done a great job turning it off last night. I told her to keep an eye on it at around a certain time, and I was about right. So thank y'all. Thank you all.
Also, can we please drop Felicia's channel, Mr. Archie? Can you get Felicia's channel and drop that in the comments? You guys should go subscribe.
Oh, well, yeah. Thank y'all. Yeah, she's really working on that channel so hard. They're the ones that about 2 years ago, they were real invested in making slime. Y'all know what that is?
Oh, yeah, my kids are all still into that. Leland loves that shit.
Okay, well, they were invested in it hardcore. We have a small fortune. I was going to buy stock in Elmer's glue. That's how bad it was. I ain't even kidding. That. Yeah, I ain't even kidding, man. They even had this little deal going on. They were selling it on eBay. I was like, what? But yeah, but they had a little channel then, and they were all about they were going to get monetized, and I was just rolling my eyes at them. I'm like, look, girls, don't do that. Don't even worry about doing that. And they were showing it and all this, and then they just didn't do it anymore. And so really, I was the one discouraging them from doing it. And then look at me now, right? It's crazy. I don't know.
It's so cute. I got to see the one she did. What was it? A thrift shop haul? I got to watch that one.
Yeah, she just got back from doing that today. She is she's different, and I like that. She don't want to fit in. She wants to be different. She doesn't wear anything that's not pink. She's just very different, and in that aspect, very unique. And I'm glad she chooses not to fit in, or she's like, you know what, I'll just stand alone. Very good girl. She'll be 17 this year. Not had one problem. Not even an inch of a problem. Very, very blessed. Hello, Foxy Lady. How are you? Thank you, Dave G, for doing that. Oh, is that a new profile, or did you just change your name? Or y'all gonna have to fill me in on some things. I don't even know what's going on out there anymore.
Right. I've been kind of watching some stuff on the low, but holy moly.
Yeah, I heard there was some really hardcore stuff going on out there between creators now, and I was like, what the hell's going on now? I need filled in. Yeah. I started to just put out a post or a voice message in our Team Unjustified Mods and say, all right, somebody tell me what's happening. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Hey, Angie. Mr. Sher will be here in a little bit. I think he was, oh, here he is. Speak of the devil.
And he shall appear.
Hello, baby.
Hi, son-in-law.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Hello now. What were you doing, baby? Eating, right?
Yeah. Yeah, tummy full of bacon.
You know, I'm never buying that hair dye again. My hair's not purple at all.
Oh, by the way, share. Felicia is her mom's name. Of course, my name's Kimberly.
Oh.
Her name is Felicia.
Oh.
With a S instead of a C. But she's called Felicia all the time. But
Wait,
it's
say it one more
Felicia.
time. Felicia?
Felicia. Yeah,
Okay.
Felicia. Felicia.
Okay, I will
Yeah, I'm
try
not
to
real
get
good
that
with it
right.
either. I just call her a little bit. I mean, I've called her that since birth. So, because she weighed just a pound when she was born, micro
my
preemie.
Hey, Tech Death Hippie.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, True Crime Discussion with Tammy.
That's awesome, Nicole. Thank
Maybe
you.
you want me to show the merch? Show Mama Kim the merch?
Show her the. Oh, I can't. I have to get on the computer.
Please, I love you. Tammy Ayo! That's my favorite name to say. Just as. It's just fun.
That it is.
There you go, Dave. That's what a little bit Kimberly. That's right. She's very much a lot like me. Very, very much like me. Way more like me than her mom. It's crazy. You never know, things change.
You know, I don't think you can be angry and say Tammy Ayo. I don't think you can do it angrily. Is that a word? Angrily.
Sure.
Okay.
Tammy Ayo. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It reminds me of the Beetlejuice, the song in it. You know what? That song I'm talking about in Beetlejuice when they're
No.
sitting around the table. Yeah.
You watched the edibles video last night and couldn't stop laughing. Yeah.
She couldn't stop laughing.
She couldn't stop her laughings. You're mean.
I'm not mean. That's your word.
What up? Thanks, Nubs. Sharing me out. Hey, Donnie.
Be right back, honey.
Okay.
This guy's putting up the lyrics. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you.
You gotta go back and watch the replay. Hey, Alexis. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you. I bet Florida is nice right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chris G. What up?
All right, Tampa boys.
Tampa Boys Customs. All right, I put a little Bailey's in my coffee. Not gonna lie.
Sin.
Hope for peace. Hello.
For peace.
No, I haven't been following that one. Hey, Renna. Num num. Oh. So as people being mad disrespectful on another creator's page because they want to kiss Whitley and Dylan's buttholes, and I won't. Somehow, I need to research the case more because I'm an idiot.
Alrighty.
I think someone should pull their heads out of Dylan's asshole. And Whitley's too. Fell down the rabbit hole. Nuh-uh. Baby, talk for a minute.
I gotta talk?
Oh yeah, please. Or hang on. Yeah. I'm not an
Okay.
idiot.
I got it up on the computer now so I can see the chat.
Okay. Oh, and they said that I should just like shut the fuck up basically, and Mr. Share something like, you had a really good live about Christian, and that it's clear that we don't have the same beliefs, and so like you're smart and I'm dumb.
That's the way it always goes. Believe what I'm saying or else you're stupid.
Oh yeah, I just got one about Rabbit Dog. What's that say? Rabbit Dog. Rabbit Dog has been sending your hubby the case file. Have you been reading those documents?
Oh boy.
Rabbit Dog isn't allowed to talk to us anymore. Okay.
I think that's
Even,
pretty pathetic, honestly.
he's not even allowed to do other people's live streams. And look, you even just said that my husband has different beliefs than I do, but yet
Yeah,
he was
we
still
do.
put in a compromising situation and told he couldn't go on his panel. How childish.
Yeah, Rabbit, if you're listening, if that's true, I mean, I just lost a lot of respect for you.
All right, I'm
Be
back.
your own fucking man.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Nobody will tell me what I can and can't do. That's
Not
no,
even me.
no, not even no, because I do what I feel is correct. That's just sad.
Hey, Michelle. Oh, for real? I gotta look into that. That's a good one to look into. I haven't followed it though. Right, Tammy? Wait, what? You were told to change your name today? Princess Banana Hammock. Consuelos.
Why do you gotta change your name? What's wrong with Hope for Peace? I like that name.
Tonight, I am going to tell you all why I do not side with Ronnie and Cindy Watts. Why I might flip-flop back in support of NK. And how I
Dun, dun,
feel
dun.
like I have proofings. I have proofings that some of your favorite creators are actually been behind NK the entire time. Friends with them, possibly in the same rehab with them.
Well, it's going to be good to be a part of this panel and learning new stuff every day. Just got done with that discovery, and now I'm going to learn something new. Put it on me, girl. Put it on me. Nothing about this case surprises me. Really don't.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey, Lauren. Oh, that's right. Hope everyone's having a good Memorial weekend. It's just been another weekend for me. Yeah, Mama Bear. You know. Oh, and Mama Bear. Mandy has been sending me, I meant to text you, but maybe Mandy got a hold of you. However, there's another account going around, and they're definitely using your name, but it's not your picture. And I've been watching them in other chats too, and I don't know, I can't figure out who it is, but I don't think it's you. But if you see it around, and I think it's just like the M for the icon. I can't remember. I'll look. She sent me a bunch of screenshots. But anyways, yeah, that happened. Okay, Tammy. Hey, Seth. Wait, what?
Gonna go grab my drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, Mama. I think it has a purple M. It's someone that's a fan of Lana's. Yeah, okay, so okay, yeah, that's going around. I have a bunch of screenshots if you want. I've been watching them, trying to figure out, like, who it is, but I knew it wasn't you. They were being kind of mean to Mandy. So, okay, so before I go through the members really quick, babe, I did want to address and bring up something about all of the hate that Mandy's getting, because I haven't in a long time had somebody where I felt like I had to check in with them every single day just to make sure I get a text back to know they're good. And that's scary, you guys. And honestly, I haven't seen Mr. Sheriff feel like that bad or be as worried as someone. Even when I was getting threats, like, I can handle myself. I help inmates and shit. So I've been threatened before. I can handle it. But even Mr. Sheriff has like serious concern for what's going on. It's disturbing. And I shouldn't have to worry about, oh my God, I haven't gotten a text from her in 7 hours. Is she okay? Or whatever. She's literally out there all over saying, like, I am not good right now, but people keep pushing. I think that's scary. It's sad.
I couldn't agree more. I can understand you don't like a person, but if they're literally saying, you guys, I'm not well, what kind of person keeps poking at them? Like, do you want her to die? That turns my stomach. There's a lot of people on YouTube that I don't like, but I would never, ever do that. Like, people are just taking this stuff way too far. It's disgusting.
Okay. So, Hey, Jennifer. Ring lifeline, never a business. Okay. Hey, Amanda. Mama, Amanda just wants to hear your voice.
Well, that's awful sweet. Thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate that.
Right, Tammy? Yeah, it is worrying that people would go that far. It's just, yeah. People that are doing that really need to seek mental help themselves, to be honest. They're the ones running around and, mental Mandy and whatever the hell they were saying, manic Mandy. That's fucked up, you guys. That's disturbing. And honestly, it screams that the people saying that and doing this are the ones that need medical attention, like mental help immediately.
Yeah, it's one thing to not like a person. I mean, she's definitely done some things that she shouldn't have. No one's denying that, but holy crap.
You're going to have to tell me what's going on, Cher, at some point about this, because I'm I'm clueless and I can't, really join in and talk with you guys about it because I don't know about it. Like, I don't even think I know Mandy. Do I?
No, you probably don't.
I don't think so. No, I mean, the name's not familiar. Hey,
No,
Seth. Thank you, Amanda.
she has been like the newest target and victim of the harassment and hate from everyone just because, she has a past. She has a, she's she's been in prison. She's been in news articles and stuff for talking about like bombing a school and stuff back in, like, I don't know, I want to say she was 19 at the time or something in college.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Bombing
Yeah.
a
Yeah, yeah, Mandy did. She didn't. She just talked about it.
Oh.
She didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
She talked about it, and she researched a lot about the Columbine and all that, and it's just, it's a mess. But anyway,
Damn.
people found that out about her, and she's already paid her time and done her dues and whatever, and people just won't leave her alone, and now they're using that against her, and it's mean.
Man. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, you don't do that, man. Once somebody, does their time, and a judge thinks it's sufficient time for whatever the case may be, then come on, second chance. You can't hold somebody's past against them forever. If that was the case, then there ain't a damn one on this panel or in this chat. Everybody's got a skeleton. That's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's you, Seth? Yeah, sure. If you want to be respectful, I think I've always given you a fair chance. So sure, we will try this again, my friend. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. So let's move away from that drama, and I'll catch Mama Kim up on that privately later.
Yeah, do that because I'm completely lost. And Mandy, it's if you're here, it's good to meet you. I have no clue what in the hell's going on, but I'll figure it out.
Oh, that's bad. Not fair since you said you wouldn't put my ex in one of the cars, but okay. It's illegal and shit, I guess. Hey, Kate. Right, Archie? Can't even close my damn closet door. Okay. I'm gonna go over what my current theory is on the Watts case. And I guess, we got a little bit into like why I stopped. I did tell Ronnie exactly how I felt, and he just stopped talking to me. So it could, I don't know. Babe, what do you think? He just thinks I'm nuts. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think you're nuts, but I think the more you think about stuff in this case, the further out there your theories can get.
But
Right.
that's with anything. I mean, really,
Yeah.
that's with anything.
For
The
sure.
more something's dug into, the more pebbles and earthworms and things you're going to find. It doesn't matter. Seriously. And that's kind of how this case has gotten. I mean, there has been every damn thing dug into, plumbed down to the what was in the toilet. It really is. And I understand that you have to do that in these sort of cases, but sometimes less is more. And the obvious is just staring you right in the damn eye, and you're trying to look at all these other boundaries and find an answer when the answer is right in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's happening in this case. It really is. That's why I backed off of it. I finished the discovery. And even with me finishing that discovery, within the last 10 pages, I even found more things that I was like, what in this hell? You know, me, as much as I've studied this case, there was even more that I questioned, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to shut it down at some point, man. You can't just, it'll drive you crazy. It really will.
Amanda, I have literally, you already know, I have covered that. I have literally been screaming that for like a year. And let's not forget, too, where some of that GoFundMe money went from Frankie Ruzick or Razzleberry Jr., whatever you guys want to call him. A fucking car from Dirty South, from her ex-husband. Come on. It's ridiculous. And okay, so Seth, thank you. I appreciate that, but I will block this account on you also if you go after my mods and like Mama Bear, all of them. I'm sorry. New beginnings, just do not go after. I think Mama Bear was one of them or whatever. Just leave them alone. Talk about what the topic is and only that. And then, yes, got yourself a deal. Thank you.
And big kudos to your truth call there, Seth. Much appreciated.
Well, congratulations. Kate got engaged today.
Congrats, Kate.
Congratulations, girl.
Oh, I've used to talk about it a lot. Like last summer, I kept saying, like, you guys, I don't know. I just always felt like, I don't know. I've always felt like she was running from that, you know? So, yeah. And she did the books and everything for them. So I think, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've never touched that on that, on that part of the case, for good reason. And the creators out there will know why, for sure.
Yeah.
There's just parts of this case that if you do touch on, you're treading on dangerous water, opening some shit up, and that's one of them I've kind of backed away from. There's a lot with that, I believe. And there is creators that have touched on it, but it backfired on them. So some things about this case, and in my opinion, that's one, probably should be laid to rest.
Yeah. I mean, with my beliefs now, it doesn't really tie back to Dirty South. So, do you guys remember the night where Chris was at his mom and dad's house, and I almost called her Shanann or Cheyenne. Okay, Shanann and the girls had to go pick up Chris late one night, and she was kind of pissed about it because the parents wouldn't, Cindy and Ronnie wouldn't come drop him off, and Chris really wanted to spend the night at his parents, and she was all like, no, like, we're leaving tomorrow or whatever, and she was like, I'm coming to get you. And then he was like, well, fine, they're going to drop me off, just never mind. And she was like, no, I've already got the girls in the car and I'm on my way to get you. That was the same day that that letter was written, 6 days before the murders, at Chris's parents' house about, if Shanann and the kids die, look into my ex-wife or whatever, already staging it and setting it up. But nobody handed that letter in until like the day after the murders. Nobody went to the police and gave it to them the 6 days before the murders or anything. Like, they were that concerned someone was going to die, but they held on to a letter like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's also the same night that Chris was heavily on the phone with Nicole, and he was running around his parents' house taking photos of him when he was little, and sending to her, which I can't confirm that he was sending them to her, but I would say 100% that's why he was taking them. She wanted to see what he looked like when he was a little boy. Lot was going on. Lot was going on there.
Okay, so not gate night. I don't want to cover that like tonight because that's a whole nother thing where I actually do currently believe that, because I do believe that there was more attempts on their life a few days, like within that same week, to try and like have them poisoned or sick or whatever. They did try. I do believe that. Yeah.
You mean when she was with them, or when Shanann was with them, or when Chris was there? Is that what you
No,
mean?
not when Chris was there. When Shanann was there and she had like she claims about like the nut ice cream and like the candies on the table or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a whole lot going on that night. And it's weird, like they didn't want him to go back to Shanann. Okay, so then I keep wondering, like, why would there be deleted text messages that he's deleting to his dad, right? So I fully believe that Cindy and Ronnie knew about Shanann or about NK. I also believe Shanann knew about NK. Like, no doubt. I believe that Shanann was aware that either he was seeing somebody or that he had had affairs in the past, because I don't know why she was watching his credit cards so hard like that unless she had already suspected something. And what'd she say about that one meal for like $67 or whatever? She was like, that's for two people and blah blah blah. So she was like watching him like a hawk, making sure he wasn't paying for more than just himself. And so I feel like either she had caught him having affairs before, or like, yeah, she already like knew about NK, which would go along with people knew that, they were kind of done and that they were divorcing, and she had met with a divorce attorney over a lunch or something too. Like, I don't know. Hey, Nellie.
Oh yeah, she definitely she had her suspicions, I think. But I don't know, I think she didn't want to believe it, but because, her friends were like, "Girl, I'm telling you, this dude is messing around on you. Get his phone." They were all telling him to do that. And I think she just didn't want to believe it, but the more that she started seeing things like the dinner and all these awkward things, she was like, maybe, maybe he is. And all these deleted text messages. Well, one of the things is it wasn't just his dad's messages that he was deleted, even if it was her messages he was deleting. He didn't want Nicole to see them. Like, there was really hardly any messages between him and Shanann left on his phone by the time it was confiscated. They were all deleted. Now, they found them on Shanann's phone, but he had deleted them off of his phone. He didn't want Nicole to see them, which lets you know, obviously, Nicole looked at his phone, seen his phone, read his messages, or why would he be so damn worried about deleting all of Shanann's messages?
Thanks, Jennifer. Hey, Debbie. Okay, so it's really odd that they would hold on to that letter and not turn it in. If they were really that concerned, like, wouldn't you be concerned then that she's that crazy she's going to kill your son as well? You know what I mean? Like, so none of that adds up. And then I also always said Ronnie does not look shocked, right? When he's in the interrogation, supposedly we all witness him like confess to doing this to Ronnie for the first time, even though Ronnie got there by Chris driving him, right? So are we really supposed to believe that they didn't talk from the airport to the jail where they were questioned? Because it was just Chris. Chris was allowed to go pick up his dad and drive themselves into their police station and talk, right? So Ronnie, you can't tell me that he acted surprised at all in there.
No, but what gets me about Ronnie is he actually, In the pre-interview, the one before the confession, they straight up asked Ronnie, said, do you think that Shanann would have hurt herself or the kids? And Ronnie's like, the kids, no. No, because she loved the kids. I mean, they both love their kids, so no. I don't think she would do anything to the kids at all. Maybe to herself, but I don't see her doing it to the kids. And then when Chris confessed, it was like, I don't know. It's like it was like, yeah, well, hell yeah, I believe that, but I don't know. He didn't. It's weird. It's like, no, I don't think she did. And then it's like, well, now I've got to bounce and say she did. Now,
Okay, well, in that interrogation, so Ronnie's in there. Chris, the police walk out because he says, "Let me talk to my dad," right? So the officers leave the room, and supposedly Chris confesses to Ronnie. It's the first Ronnie's hearing. Bullshit on that, of course. And then he does that. Ronnie rubs Chris's back, and then the police come back in, right? Now, Ronnie's still sitting there. Ronnie has not left the room. But Chris turns to his dad when the police walk back in and sit down, and he says, "Did you let mom know?" And Ronnie goes, "No." So when was he supposed to make that call to Cindy and tell, when he didn't even leave the room? He hasn't left the room. He didn't make that call and tell Cindy. So why are you even saying that shit?
that's
It doesn't make sense. Yes.
Hell of a good point.
So but now you go fast forward to the news interview that is at Ronnie and Cindy's house, and Cindy's doing all the yapping, and Ronnie's kind of sitting back. And if you ask me, the look on his face is like, oh shit, what did we get ourselves into? But they ask Cindy, like, how did you find out? And Cindy says, Ronnie called me and told me that they were missing. So what the hell? When? When did Ronnie call you and tell you this?
Yeah.
Well, Ronnie must have told her.
Ronnie didn't leave that interrogation room.
I must have missed something.
Mm-hmm.
Because were they talking about knowing that everyone was dead, or just that they were missing?
So this is after. Yeah, this was after Chris made the confession, and Cindy's steaming mad, and how come you didn't fight? You need to fight, and blah blah blah. So this is after the confession. So of course I believe it's possible. Well, he did. He probably, if Ronnie didn't know beforehand that the murders were going to happen, he definitely knew from the drive from the airport to the jail. But if he knew that, why stage it and act as though this is the first time you're hearing your son tell you this? I don't understand that. That makes no sense. And again, go and watch that interrogation. Ronnie doesn't move. He continues sitting there after Chris confesses. The investigators come back in the room, and Chris turns to his dad and says, "Did you tell mom yet?" Why are you asking that? Because he didn't leave. He didn't get off his big butt and leave the room. He didn't. And he didn't go on his cell phone and call Cindy right then and there either. It's all on video recording. So why are they lying?
Here's what I don't get. I mean, Ronnie and Cindy live together, right? So
yes.
if Chris called his dad and said the kids are missing, come down, or whatever he said to get Ronnie on the plane, wouldn't Ronnie have told her then?
Right. You would think that he would tell her then, but apparently Ronnie had to call Cindy and tell her what was going on. So when did Ronnie call her?
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, Baked Cake. Hey, I'm missing some people coming in. Sorry. Hey, Lauren, everybody. So, yeah. So then and here's the other thing. I know Mama Kim doesn't necessarily agree with me either, but we both had this phone call where, hearing Ronnie talk, and he didn't talk nice about Shanann at all, or NK. He was all like, she's a hippity dippity into like herbs and stuff, all talking about like he could see that she would poison him, and like he didn't have nothing nice to say about NK or Shanann. So that was a little weird as well. So it just got me thinking like maybe possibly they had sent NK there to maybe frame her, and because do you really think like Cindy, because we know damn well who gave him that oxy. Let's not even like that person has admitted it. I mean, I'll say it freely on my channel because she's literally got proof saying she gave Chris the oxy. So Jamie Watts, and then when Chris Watts says she's not supposed to be there, well, we all know Bella, Cece, and Shanann were supposed to be there. Maybe he meant his sister wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite possible. I you know where I lean on who she could
The
possibly.
sister that I believe introduced NK to him as well, which would go along with the Google search of if Jamie was hanging out with NK, like, oh yeah, and then looking them up, and showing NK who she is. I mean, it just fits.
Yeah, well, I mean, NK's ex, last name the same as Shanann's ex.
Right, JML, but why would she say that she found out because Ronnie called her?
So Cindy said that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I mean, I did. I mean, I know I seen it, but I must just not paid any attention to that part.
Yep, it's
Okay,
on in the news thing at their house.
So Cindy supposedly didn't know until Ronnie called her from Colorado.
Yeah, hang on. I bet I can even find that, and I don't care. We can show it, right? Because other people have it on their videos.
Because that's a damn lie. Cindy, I mean, she lied when she said that because she knew they were missing, like
Mhm.
the day they were missing, because it's in the damn discovery.
Yes, she said, they
lying.
said, how did you find out? And she said Ronnie had called her. And I always thought that was weird. Like, what do you mean Ronnie had called you?
And that's about her just missing, or what happened, or she was deceased.
I can't remember now. I can't remember if they said, how'd you find out she died? And they said Ronnie called, or if it's how'd you find out they were missing? Now I can't remember if it was after the deaths or just when they were missing, but I feel like Chris was actually in jail because Cindy was pissed that he wasn't fighting.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the one you're talking about.
Yeah, she said Ronnie called her, so
it must have been to tell her that they were dead. It wouldn't make sense to.
Or unless maybe Chris, talked to Ronnie before he talked to his mom and told her. I don't know.
Hey, Mia. Hey, Susan. Hey, Paula.
I mean, that's weird because why in the hell would Ronnie have to hop a plane and go all the way to Colorado and Cindy be like, okay, honey, have fun. I know you just want to go see him.
That's a good point
Weird
there,
as hell.
Jennifer. Maybe they called him at work and then he called her at home. I mean, that makes sense. Not gonna lie. But then, even still, so if he got the call at work, he still had to board a plane, right? So he went home first, right? Really quick, probably, or whatever. Or don't you think? Yeah, I don't know.
For sure, because he had his bags in the back of the Lexus. So yeah, I mean, of course he got. Yeah, he had to went home. So I'm sure they talked about it. Why in the hell would Ronnie bring that letter with him?
That's okay. So that's weird, right? So again, they held on to this letter.
That letter.
This letter was wrote 6 days prior to the murders, and they gave it in. Was it the 14th they turned in that letter? So you waited till the day after. I think they actually waited till Chris. Yeah, they waited till Chris was in jail to hand in that letter, which is weird.
Now they didn't hand in that letter till the day before the damn sentencing.
Oh, the day before the Senate. Even more weird.
November, girl. They held on to that letter from August till November. Never mentioned it.
I thought they gave it on the 14th.
No.
That's ridiculous.
No, hell no. Hell, you heard me talking to Ronnie one-on-one. It was the day before the sentencing. And actually they gave it to his attorneys, not, And the attorneys is like, oh, hell no. You need to go shred that or something. That definitely looks like premeditation.
Yeah, if that letter was legit, the second they found out she went missing, they would have turned that over to the police.
Thank you, Debbie. Very sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, 6 days before. That's huge. Mia, do you want to come up here? I'm going to share the link.
Yeah, definitely. Mia, she's put a lot of time in that discovery and scoured over it. So yeah, she's a good one to talk with about it too.
Gammy Barnes. Work, didn't see it. Oh, you're going to the store? Okay. Yeah, I just feel like
You want my honest opinion on that letter?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be unpopular as hell, but I don't care. But anyway, I don't think that letter was written in North Carolina. I think that letter was written with Nicole. And I think Nicole mailed that damn letter to North Carolina. I don't think they had that letter in their possession during that first confession. Had they have had that letter in their possession, don't you think Cindy and Ronnie, as much as they were trying to prove that Shanann was unstable, don't you think that they would have been like, oh, look at this. Look, this proves how damn unstable she is. We was worried to death before he even went back with her because look what he wrote us. I don't think the letter was written then. I think it was written with Nicole, girl.
Yeah.
And I think she took that damn letter, put that date on it real quick, sent that damn thing to North Carolina so it would be in their possession to hand off to the team. That's what I think. Had they have had that letter in their possession, girl, she would have used that like a damn flag over her head to prove the story of her not being stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't like they wrote that letter like 2 years before everything happened and they forgot about it. It was recent.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that wouldn't have been like something, damn, I just remembered this letter. No, hell no. It wasn't even a week, right? Well, maybe over just a little over a week, but still, at the same time, you're not going to forget your son is going back into a possible situation where he could be murdered or his children to the point you're so worried you make him sit down and write a damn letter. No, that's going to be the first thing on your damn mind, the letter. We can prove her instability with this letter that is dated. But no, they didn't. They had nothing. They had nothing but a doll photo that was taken off of Chris's phone, by the way, when Shanann was in Arizona. They tried to use that, but of course that didn't work because phone record shows that Chris's damn phone's the one that took it.
Drive safe, Mia.
That doll photo, Shanann had that on her Facebook.
Yeah, but it was taken with Chris's phone. See, it was taken on Friday, the day that Shanann left to go to Arizona. It was sent to Shanann from Chris's phone. And Shanann's like, oh my God, I don't know what to think about that. And then she posted it and she just thought it was kind of weird. She posted, Shanann posts things. That's what she does. And so, yeah, since she posted it, it made it to Ronnie because you got to think about his age. And he's probably just, I don't know, he assumed she took it herself. That wasn't the case. That phone was taken with Chris's phone while Shanann was in Arizona and sent to Shanann, and she saved it, posted it because she thought it was weird as hell, obviously. Okay, now if this is a common thing for the girls to cover their dolls up that way, right? Then their mother would have seen them do it in the past, right? But she said, I don't know what to think of this. So obviously this certain cover up of that doll had never happened, or she wouldn't be like, oh, they do this all the time. That's what she would have said. That's not what she said. It completely caught her off guard. So somebody covered that doll up. It was too professionally covered for any child to have done that.
Yeah.
That was an adult that covered that doll, took that photo, and sent it to Shanann. Was it Chris? Maybe. But a
Okay.
lot happened on Friday, girl. I'm telling you.
Yeah, a lot did. Oh, here's another weird thing that I never really told anyone about. But some of you guys know my friend Carrie. She's a psychic. And she reached out to NA once. I want to say like maybe a year ago or so. And the
Bye, Mia.
response that she got back from NA was very bizarre and weird, and it made me wonder some things. But so Carrie had reached out to NA, and NA's response was a screenshot of her, I think it's a son at the time, or a baby girl, maybe, I don't know, a little red-haired kid anyway. And that was it. There was no text with it, no nothing, just a shot of her baby at the time. And she was like, I don't even know what to think about that. That's kind of fucked up, and we kind of laughed about it. But then I started like holding the kids side by side with Cece and Bella, and they fucking look identical. So I'm like, is she like hinting something? I don't know. Like, clearly Chris was unfaithful. I really do think NA wanted to be Shanann. And I don't know, they seem to have this like awkwardness around each other. So I just felt like maybe they hooked up.
Anything's possible in this case. Really, I put nothing past Chris Watts. Nothing. Literally.
Thanks. Written at the airport. That's interesting.
Yeah, but it was already given to his team before the airport. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It depends on which airport you're talking about. Are you talking about when they came in to talk to him for the first time before sentencing, or when Chris picked up Ronnie? Because if it was written when Chris picked up Ronnie, I think Ronnie would have slung it around his head. Hey, look what I got here. I think they would have used it if they had it. I don't think they had it. I guess that's my point.
Like, do we just think Chris was really that dumb and just brought the bodies to his damn work site? Like, he really just couldn't have been smart at all.
Yeah, that wasn't a good choice, that's for sure. Well, I guess it could have been if he wouldn't have confessed about it, but
Bella was a bedwetter. Right, Kim.
Well, the letter could have possibly, just saying, had they have turned it over in the very beginning when they were already trying to use that as a narrative that Shanann was unstable, had they have turned it in then, it could have possibly, worked in their favor. However, holding out on it makes it look sketchy as hell. Why hadn't you done showed us this, So, yeah, holding out on it, yeah, it would not have worked in their favor at all, in my opinion.
That's the way NA handled things. She's been through hell. So I don't know. It's just weird to send a screenshot of your child. I don't know. I thought it was weird. But anyhow, I mean, my theory is that, Cindy and Jamie and Ronnie knew, hey, Melissa, because, aren't I you are an unfit mother. Oh, thank you. Awesome. I'm not sure how you even know me to even say that.
She doesn't. She's just trying to
My
look cool.
kids would disagree, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry about that, Cher. I didn't take care of that problem.
Melissa,
And
it's people like you that have me convinced that we're getting dumber as a species.
Enjoy your food, Archie, or Mrs. Archie. Ah, people. Yeah, oh well, let them. Let them talk their shit. It's okay.
So, Cher, what's going on with the your other case? The Kevin guy. How's that going?
Oh, I feel horrible for him. He's got now he's got there's two new students in the Innocence Project who his case has been handed down to work on. So that's great news. And we're trying to really I really want to try and get Kathleen Zellner's attention because I read up on her and she can practice, her law firm practices in all states. And she really focuses on people that are obviously in prison and innocent. So
That would be amazing
yeah.
if you could get her pulled into that. That would be hella good. I mean,
But okay, so I don't know what all you know, Mama, but it's been 23 years now, and like even his co-defendants have said, like the one said that yeah, he was the one guilty. What had happened was it's a group of kids who were between 14 and Kevin was the only one that was 18, like just turned 18. And there was a fight that led to a kid getting a cut in his head and he died. And Kevin, all of these kids all lived in the same apartment complex. That's why they were all there. That's why Kevin was there. He lived there. And anyway, Kevin was found at the scene helping the victims. Kevin was pouring water on the kid's head, trying to like clean out the cut and see how bad he was hurt, and trying to give the other guy water. And he found helping. And even one of the co-defendants' mothers was the one who gave Kevin the water. Kevin was actually in the apartment buildings when all this went down, and then he was going to go down to talk to his buddies that were down in the parking lot, and then walked down to a mess, and the cops came and they booked him on like a week later after the kid died, and then they booked him under a false name. They booked him under Kevin Rogers, and he's actually in the system with Rogers spelt two different ways, but his actual government name is Kevin Billingsley. And so right now he doesn't even have a social security number, but he's being held for years in prison under a name that's not his legal name, but they're willing to give him a whole new social security number and everything and change that all so that they can hold him under the name they have him under. It's a mess. A big mess. And it's white cops trying to get black kids in jail. And he's got a life sentence because they're giving him like 20-something years for trying to claim he robbed $20 off the victim. And Kevin said he had money in his pocket himself. Like he worked. He had money. So they're trying to say he robbed $20 and they're trying to give him like a bunch of the time is for a $20 bill.
wow.
It's ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah, if you can get Kathleen Zellner, really, if you can just grab her attention with it, if she has time just to sit and look at this case, I think she would definitely take it.
Yeah, it would be nice, but she might be like so busy with the Avery case. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a case right now that I'm dealing with too. I haven't even started looking into it yet, but she is involved in it. And there was a detective on the case that actually reached out to me about it, which kind of surprised me. And he wanted to know if I would run a spot on Unjustified with it because it hasn't gotten media attention. Zellner and the Innocence Project is on it. Very interesting case. I'm going to try to look into it. But this deal with Kevin, really,
Mm.
I mean, if I can help you in any way with that, let me know because that's messed up. I mean, that's somebody's the majority, the prime of their life is gone. You know, it, and they
Yeah.
done nothing. They done nothing.
Yeah, he was 18 and he's what, like 38 or something
That is
now? I think he's done
insane.
like 23 years. He was I think he was arrested at the end of 99 and actually charged and sentenced in 2000, I believe.
Oh my God. Wow. Can you just
Yeah.
imagine just being in his situation, just trying to help, and then lose that much of your life? You can't
Mhm.
get that back. You can
And he
make
was evaluated also by a doctor who said that he has a very, very low IQ. And so what happened was when he was being sentenced, like he wanted to talk to his dad and they wouldn't let him. And they had him cuffed behind his back for hours. And then the other two uh, black kids were actually getting slapped around because they were not implicating Kevin.
oh my
And
God.
they were getting slapped around and they've both turned in affidavits like claiming like they were getting beat up by the police in to say that Kevin was involved because they were always saying that Kevin was not involved.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so
I
the
mean,
other
he's
two
even got
got released.
alibis.
Yeah, the other two got released, but then the one keeps going back to prison on other charges. And then, so now they're actually both in prison currently. The one that actually killed him is actually still currently in prison. And he admits to doing it. Like I said, it was a fight. They all admit that they were doing drugs again. They were all 14 to 18 years old. They were,
Kids.
1999,
Yeah.
2000. They were kids.
He never
Kids.
even had a chance to be an adult before the broken system corruptedly took his damn adult life away, and now he's what, a middle-aged man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is terrible.
And Mr. Sherry, you've talked to him. Like, what do you think?
He doesn't sound like a highly intelligent guy. Doesn't he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, I
It
mean,
doesn't
look,
make sense.
he was 18. He never had the opportunity to get what's called street smarts or common adult knowledge because it was stripped from him and he was thrown into prison before he had that
Mhm.
opportunity.
Hey,
Yeah.
Megan.
Hey, Megan, my weirdo. Yeah, it's very, very sad. And, the cases like that are not getting attention. It's like, oh my goodness. And I send him screenshots from time to time. I'll have to put up another video for him so that people can. I like to send him the screenshots of people's nice comments because he just really loves them. Yeah, his brain. Yeah, exactly, Kim. Yeah, I think that's what his was like 69. Same as Brendan Dassey. He shouldn't have been questioned without his parents. But the other thing is he shouldn't have been arrested on a charge like that's not even in his name. And I can prove that he's gone to court and been in the system and they can't even get the spelling of the name they want to hold him in. When it's legal documents like that, you shouldn't be able to keep changing the spelling of the names. I've seen people get out of charges and out of legal things because the legal documents had the names spelt wrong. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? If you're being held in prison for the rest of your life, you better fucking get the spelling of the name correct.
Absolutely. And the dude had an alibi. Well, more than one alibi, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had everyone saying that he wasn't there, but here's the thing, I think they just didn't care because the other kids were younger and Kevin happened to be the adult. He was 18. They could hit him, and they gave him, like, he is always denied his parole. He will be in there. He's 18. He will not come out of prison if they have their way. He will die in prison. He actually has life with, like, no for sure parole date.
Oh my God.
In the state of Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we had the power like Kim Kardashian, man. You know, if we had that kind of power, I mean, they're popular and rich because they exist. Yeah, I mean, it's about the truth, you know. Just I don't know, but anyway, if we had that kind of power, can you imagine the people we could really help?
Right.
It's,
They're still driving me up. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? Right. They should have to spell the name properly to hold you in prison for life. That's just how I feel. Common sense.
Yep.
Hold on, Seth. Let me get the link here. All right, there we go. Oh, sorry, Kate. Yeah, anxiety sucks. I don't like it either.
I don't think anybody does.
No, it's not a party.
No.
Oh, Kim, you're horrible. You're so mean. It's been buried. It's dead and gone. Yep, it's buried. That shit was driven into the woods and burnt up down and buried.
Amanda, I'm starting to think that that Forerunner could have possibly been traded in or sold to a dealership. And I'm getting that thought straight from the Discovery.
Yeah, weren't people saying that she sold her vehicle right after?
Yeah, because she said she was gonna sell it. She said, I have to quit my job, sell my truck, and change her name. Yeah, she said whatever, but she said she was gonna sell her truck.
Okay, let me ask you a question because I can't remember right off, but on Saturday when they went to their lazy dog and all that shit, am I correct here in saying that they went in Chris's or the Lexus? Didn't he go pick her up and they went in hers, or did they go in hers? I can't remember.
I swear it was in the Lexus.
That's what I was thinking as well. And here's why I bring that up. It makes me wonder if she got rid of that, like on that Friday that I said so much shit was happening, and she actually didn't even have it at that point. Because, and I'm just going by that because of some of the stuff I seen in the Discovery that actually pointed towards her getting rid of that vehicle on that Friday, possibly. Because before that Friday, Chris, we all know, was Googling touch-up paint for it. And then he was Googling, on that Friday, he was Googling Toyota dealerships nearby, which leads me to almost believe that maybe that Forerunner was gotten rid of on that Friday. as well, because Chris, from the discovery, he didn't even connect back to his home Wi-Fi after he met with Troy until it was either close to 11 or a little after 11 p.m. on that Friday. He had the girls with him on Friday as well. But yeah, when Shanann,
girls in the back, right?
Right. And when Shanann asked him Saturday, if you don't mind, will you please go ahead and put Bella's car seat in the car because she's been asking for it. Okay, well, the car seat was in the car Friday because Troy said he seen the girls in him waving at him, right? But he just told Shanann, okay. So I'm starting to believe that the damn Forerunner was gotten rid of possibly on that Friday, girl. What do you think? Because there is a lot that points to that. And why? Why was they so adamant about getting rid of that weekend?
It's still so weird that neighbor Nate's the night of the murders that his mother-in-law's truck went missing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Everything's weird in this case.
How does your mother-in-law's truck go missing the same night of the murders and you're the key witness that puts Christopher Watts in prison? Like, no. It's weird.
Yeah, they never, that's true. And Amanda's right. They never ask her that we're aware of about her vehicle.
They never have no reason to.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know about that, dude, because
did the police ever think of her as a suspect?
They had a search warrant on her vehicle.
Yeah, they had one and they never searched it.
Well, yeah, hell no, they didn't search it because she called them as soon as the warrants were fixing to go out and be served. She called them right at that minute and said, meet with me. So for some damn reason, I believe that the Toyota was gotten rid of on Friday. I think they sold it to the damn dealership. They did have the search warrants ready, but I think Nicole was always trying to be a step ahead. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them getting to her, she went to them first. It makes it look better on her. Hell, we all would.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if Chris hadn't confessed, they would have been searching her vehicle and her home and everything, but
yeah, I mean, they obviously was interested in her Forerunner, or they would not have had a search warrant made out and signed to be served. Nothing was served. They had search warrants for her, interrogations, or interviews anyway. Her house, none of those were ever served on her because she came forward.
Yeah, she was tipped off by PD. She was tipped off by
the police department. Yeah, and it's been said, now I damn sure don't know how true this is, but it's been said that Officer Ken Dahl, which, by the way, isn't that a hell of a name? Officer Ken Dahl called Barbie. No, Officer Ken Dahl tipped her off. Officer Ken Dahl is kin to her. So see, I don't know. I damn sure can't confirm that, but
that is weird also why she was interrogated and she, was picked up by the police and then also questioned in a park.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was her idea where to meet him at the park. She's like, hey, meet me up here at this park by my dad's,
She watches too much like CSI or something because that's not real life. You don't get to tell the police to come meet you at a park.
I don't know about that.
Whole family's been massacred.
I don't know about that. She pretty much led him around by the nose. They pretty much did what she said.
It's insanity.
I mean.
Since when are the cops a taxi service? Weirdo, I have something. I'm so glad you're here because I'm gonna.
They talked to her. They talked to her before that park. There is no other explanation. They no other explanation. We heard the park recording, right? They talked to her before then, or we would have heard them ask her, well, what about your vehicle? We do have some search warrants ready. We need to search it. That was never asked. Not a word about her vehicle was asked. Why? Because I believe fully that it was already discussed before the fact of anything we heard.
Megan J, my weirdo. I want your opinion on something. So we're talking about, like, does NK have some of your favorite YouTubers doing her dirty work? I show Mama Kim this too. And, well, I believe it. Question by FBI first. Yes.
That park interview, that bad audio, that was purposely done. There's no way it wasn't. I tried to compress it. And the one I have on my channel here is just a little bit better, but you can't get it all out and it's not all even, right? So that was purposely done. I fully believe that. And I also believe possibly that park interview was done just as a, what's a good word for it? Just to show we did it kind of thing. I think there was some stuff talked about before that park interview ever happened. Had it not, they would have asked her about her vehicle because they had the damn search warrant. We seen that. I don't know if it's still in Discovery, but it was. It was in mine.
That makes sense, Mia.
Actually, I don't know if she was not a suspect in everything we have seen. That's a fact. She was a witness.
Yeah, she's always a witness.
However, they were suspecting her of something, or the search warrants would have never been made. They would have never been scoping her house out, sitting there watching it since the 14th. So obviously there was some suspicion there with her until that point she became a witness. Now, all the stuff where there was suspicion on her, we don't see any of that for whatever reasons. But it had to have been there, right? Why would they be scoping her house out since the 14th, and why would all the search warrants have been there?
Yeah, she really did control it all, which is so odd. And her dad did also when her dad was there. He was speaking a lot for her.
Well, it was a quadruple murder case. It should have had gag orders thrown all over it, right? I mean, there was children involved. There should have been gag orders set every damn where, but no. I mean, come on in. Help us do this interview. As a matter of fact, if we get out of line, you just tell us to back off, because that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. Come on. That's sketchy as hell. I'm going to tell you what, the cops around here, somebody pulled their dad in, their dad starts saying, wait a minute, don't stop leaving. That cop's going to say, you need to get out of here. As a matter of fact, everything you've just heard, gag orders. I'm telling you, around here, that ain't going to fly.
Kate, so why do you think that they came up with that theory and said that to him, though? I always wondered, because, I don't know, I've had a lot of people reach out and say that that baby monitor that they keep talking about, did that pick up any recordings? Like, I don't know. I just always wondered, like, why was that what they said? And why would they even put that in there so that he could try to use that as a defense? You're right. I don't know. It makes no sense to me, really. I know they can lie to try and get a confession, but it's weird that that's what they said to him. I don't know. They, from the very beginning, their main concern was to make sure that Shanann looked like America's great mom, and that's the truth, because the number one thing that Tammy Lee kept saying oh, really? That's what you're going to say? So you don't care that Shanann's going to look like really bad, right? She was a really good mom, Chris, and are you okay with Shanann looking bad to the public? Like, all along, the concern was about making Shanann look good and making Chris look like a monster. And again, that same evening, she went on her husband's social media, Tammy Lee, and put all over that Chris was a monster. I already put that all over social media. That should have not been allowed to happen. You already manipulated the minds of everyone on a high-profile case already. So there's no way he would have gotten a fair trial.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, girl. I got a phone call. Be right back.
Okay. I mean, maybe so, Kim, but it's still just so weird why they would say that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that they thought Chris did something right away. I don't think the police ever thought that Shanann just packed up the kids and left.
That's true. Okay, he did know. I really gotta start digging into OJ. I love that case. Kill Chan after she killed the kids was an easy out for him. I know, but then he could use that, though, still as a defense. Why give him a defense like that? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, that all makes sense to me. I mean, they think that he killed everybody, but they know he's not just going to say, you know what, I did it. So they're going to start leading him to where, well, maybe Shanann killed the kids and you killed Shanann. And then they'll say, well, Shanann was a good mom. You know that. I think that they figured he did it before he even set foot in there. And that was their whole strategy. To be his friend, gain his trust, then try and make him look kind of like the hero, and then try and flip that, slip him up, and then boom.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
I was trying to highlight that, Megan. I think NK went there out of jealousy and killed them all, and Chris covered it all. Okay, hold on. Okay, even I have to say, so if no one is in belief that Chris Watts could do that all on his own, why are we in belief that NK could do that all on her own?
Yeah, good point.
Come on, you guys. No, because he was ripped. I don't know why people say he wasn't. He absolutely was ripped. There's lots of pictures with no shirt on that man, and he didn't look weak.
No, he was not a weakling. He was like 5'10", over 200 pounds, and all muscle. The dude would hand my ass to me.
Yeah, it just, there's no way that if we can't believe that Chris Watts did it all alone, we can't believe that NK did it all alone. But here's the thing that I could kind of believe now is that maybe they had all planned on, they find out that Chris has a mistress and maybe they blame the mistress. They thought that that's why Cindy's so hell-bent, like, why aren't you fighting Chris? You should be fighting this. Because if Shanann wasn't good enough for Chris, do you really think Cindy thinks any woman is good enough for Chris? So I don't even think they would have thought that NK was good enough. I think they'd have no problem setting her up. She did shady shit, sleeping with married men or whatever. But I mean, even Shanann knew that they were like not together. He was saying that this isn't going to work. Friends and family did know they were having marital issues. Maybe she believed that, which is why she was a little stalkerish, making sure he's not sleeping upstairs when he's supposed to be downstairs, peeking through the windows. But maybe, okay, because I was listening to the interrogation again today, and she had said, just like Tanya always said, maybe there was text messages in her phone that look a little bad. And there was the one where Chris was like, well, I don't know. She's not home. She got angry and took off with the kids. And Nicole's response was, good, let her fucking go. And yeah, that's not really going to look good, but that doesn't also look bad. You're like, well, good. You're divorcing anyways. Let her go. Let her blow off steam. I wouldn't really think too bad about that. That seems like a normal response, in my opinion, anyway. But she was like, good, let her fucking go. I just think that maybe NK didn't think that they were home. And maybe that is when she went to pick up that thing that he bought her, that stone she wanted so bad. And he was like, they're not home, go pick it up. That's when her phone pinged. I don't know. I'm looking at it all differently now.
I don't think we'll ever really know.
I think if Chris ever comes out and tells the truth, I think it will be after his parents have passed.
Yeah, but whatever Chris says, how are you going to believe him?
Such a fact. I mean, you're right. Seriously. I mean, what in the hell are we supposed to believe,
Yeah.
I mean, you got those out there that believe the first, the second, and then you got the ones that wants to combine them, and then you got the ones that believes part of this one and part of that one. And, what are you to believe? The only thing you can do is just put the puzzle together in your own mind and come up with your own theory, because that is all you can do, just like Rourke did.
Hey, Purple.
Oh, Kim, the explosion theory actually did a video about that.
Yeah, no, we don't believe that.
No. It's a lot harder to get oil tanks to explode than you think.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's in the oil industry too, and he definitely, the explosion theory is no. That's a no from me as well. Have you talked to Tanya, Cher?
I texted her yesterday. She didn't respond. Then the last time I talked to her,
Melinda.
Oh, I guess the last time I talked to her was actually when I was in Canada.
I sent her a message, I don't know, a week or so ago, and she hasn't even looked at it, which is very unlike her. So I don't know. I know she's real busy though with that book she's writing, and she was having to do some traveling and interviews, and she thinks Diane Downs is innocent now. Which, what in this hell, girl? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm anxious as hell to read this book, because what? Diane Downs innocent? Let me tell you, I dug deep into that case, and I started finding some questionable stuff as well. And I was starting to be like, well, maybe, and I stopped right there. Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't even want my mind to go there. I don't even want my mind to go she's innocent, because she's not. I just don't feel that way. That's
the only thing I could give her is she did drive to the hospital and start screaming for help. However, if she thought that there was no chance anyways for her kids, because I don't know. I mean,
so did the Menendez brothers. I mean, they sounded very believable in their 911 call, right?
Well, okay. I don't know how to say this. So they straight up murdered, yes, but
that's a hell of a case, girl. I know.
I feel as though they should have went to a mental hospital instead of prison, and I don't believe that Lyle. I believe Eric was the ringleader. I believe Lyle should never have gone to prison for sure. I think they both needed mental help, because they were absolutely molested by their father. So years and years and years of that abuse, mentally and sexual. I mean, I see why they snapped, I guess. I don't know. And then when it's a father raping his sons, like they were saying, that puts it's a huge mental thing to them, because then they wondered, because they had girlfriends that they wanted married and stuff. Then they were like, but am I gay or whatever? Like so much into it. I see why they snapped. I think they needed mental help, not prison.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence on that one.
You
As you
think they
know,
did
I've
it for
been
the money?
Good night, Nellie. Hope you
money
feel
played
better.
a part. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
night, Nellie.
I feel that way for certain. Just for the simple fact of the way they acted after the fact. But, girl, you have no idea. Have you really dug into this case?
The
I'm talking
Menendez
about
brothers.
deep
Yes.
diving.
Not for a couple years, but I was big into it. Like maybe 2 years ago, I actually did think about writing them once.
Yeah. I've really did some now. Like I say, I haven't went as deep as I planned to, but I've went. You know me. I start at the beginning and I go down.
Yeah.
And
Okay, but Lyle, do you really think Lyle deserve like? I think I'm getting their names right. Lyle is the
oldest. Yeah, he's the oldest one.
Okay, one has curly hair, one has like straighter hair.
Eric has curly. Yeah, Lyle's the oldest one. Yeah.
Okay, Lyle is the one who I think is more like impressionable and followed the direction and is kind of like a I don't know.
Sort of. Yeah, sort of.
Just kind of maybe not even mentally all there like yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely lower on the IQ level than Eric. That's for certain. But Eric was a mama's boy. And Lyle was, his dad. I want to, you don't want to say daddy's boy because it's not really that way. It was like his dad expected him to be above perfect, and he kind of just shunned Eric.
Yeah.
He just really had no give a damn. But he pushed him, but not like he did Lyle. Now, Eric was one that was supposed to have shot the mother, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. So Lyle did it. So
yeah.
I don't know everything yet, but I damn sure have dug pretty deeply. And I'm going to tell you, they both should have been charged. I'm just saying, they both should have been charged. It wasn't self-defense because, I mean, hell, they were asleep. So should they still be in prison today? No, absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. And the father he was horrible. He was horrible, man. Like he was a POS by the definition. It's a bad case. And it's one that I was hesitant to even stick my toe in, but my granddaughter continued on with me.
Kate, there's a lot of other family members that witnessed it and come out and actually do support the whole abuse allegations. Other like cousins, aunts, uncles, like there's a lot of them that are saying it's true. Yeah, I just think they've paid the price. I think they should be definitely like monitored or something. Like I don't want them to think they could just. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, even okay, like whoever you just had up there said, she don't think they were abused, and that's okay. I mean, that's her opinion because there was no hardcore, solid evidence to that. They wouldn't even allow that as a defense in the second trial. It wasn't even allowed. That said, had it have been allowed in the second trial, things would have turned out a hell of a lot different, but it wasn't. So that jury really wasn't even aware of that till the closing arguments. So that, but the first trial, complete hung jury. I mean, you're talking about a trial that lasted, 7 years? 2 different trials, 3 different juries. It was real jacked up.
Yeah.
That's where I'm standing right now, Melinda. I'm still on the fence with that as well. I wasn't. I really wasn't. Not till I started digging into it. Then I was like, wait a minute. And then that's when I started doing that. But I definitely lean more so towards I believe their confession, in the first trial. Because that was, I mean, that would be something hard to say. I mean, he even put it out there about him messing with his own little brother. He didn't have to do that, but he did.
Mm.
That's something that would be hell to admit to. So I lean towards believing them, as well as they did have a few family, come up and say, yeah, they told us about this when they were young. So I don't know.
What do
I'm
I
not
think
going to
about
say my
Scott
opinion.
Peterson?
What do
I
I think
mean,
about Scott? Scott's a POS and he's wearing a
I
suit,
mean,
and I'm
yeah.
not even going to.
I mean,
There's people out there that now, since something else came out that I ain't even watched, oh, well, maybe
I
he's
cannot even. I haven't
or
watched anything. People are trying to say that man is innocent, and I say go get your brains checked because you sound crazy.
I just can't.
Crazy.
No, he's guilty as hell.
Can we not forget Amber Frey wired her skinny ass up and went and had a date with this man? Come on. We all watched on national news that he fucking lied to her and said he was like in Paris or whatever, and he was at the goddamn freaking thing to find this pregnant.
Oh
Wait, is that a pregnant
yeah,
wife?
he had told her already that his wife was dead.
So crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, that man is guilty. Guilty.
Yeah, instead of
People
just
are
saying, well, I'm
crazy.
divorced, he's like, no, she's dead. And he's been telling her that this whole time.
Although not for nothing, you know who should play him? Ben Affleck. Just saying.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Identical.
Would be a good one, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's guilty. Guilty.
And playing his parents should be Ronnie and Cindy Watts.
Little
Well, they look alike, act alike. Why not?
It's funny how they always try to, like, years later, always try to make these people look innocent. Like, you guys see that thing on the Son of Sam? They did a whole documentary about. They think that he wasn't the only one. A lot of them he didn't even do. Just a whole bunch of craziness.
Darlie Router, I think, is possibly innocent. I do believe the husband's involved in that one.
Thank you, Lania. Or I'm not even going to say what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Miss Christy. Because I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, because the way I'm saying it in my head is one of those, is a creator, and people, some like her, some don't. I don't care. Either way. And Darlie Router, I think she's innocent.
Yeah, I think Darlie Router is innocent.
Yep, I do. I don't know about her husband being so innocent, but I think she is.
Yeah, I definitely don't believe the husband is innocent. I mean, I don't know.
Agree, Debbie. Agree. When you murder someone, you know it's murder. Period. I think the Menendez brothers would have came out better had they not have went into the entire thing screaming self-defense, when there was way too much to prove that it was premeditated.
Yeah, that's
what screwed them up right there. And I also believe that their abuse story would have absolutely been believed more had they have told someone else, maybe the therapist, somebody, a little bit about it.
But they did, though. They did. They talked to therapists, and cousins all knew. They were talking, confiding in cousins. They did tell people.
I know about the cousins, but the therapist, I've never heard that one yet. I didn't know that one because the therapist actually testified that they never.
I didn't realize Gone Girl was after the Peterson case. What?
I don't know.
I didn't know that. Is that true? I'm trying to think. Does it tie? Because I feel like it doesn't really match, but maybe it does.
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay. I still love you too. Yeah, that's right. The therapist was recording them. Yep. And because the Mendes brothers, the therapist was having an affair. And then Eric or Lyle showed up randomly while the therapist was banging his mistress, and she hid in the fucking closet and then like recorded the shit or something like that. Yep.
Yeah, Eric went to him because he told his friend Craig, the guy that he wrote the play with that was about killing the parents. He told Craig, and then Craig went and told the police, and then they wired Craig. And then when Craig went back to Eric, then he couldn't get Eric to talk then. So Eric kind of got freaked out, and he went and he just sat down with his therapist, and he just told him what happened. And therapist is freaking out, and he said, we need to get Lyle in here, so they call Lyle. Lyle is actually handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. This all happened on Halloween. Yeah, this happened on Halloween. So Lyle is like, he goes down there, he walks in the office, and he looks at Eric, and he said, what in the hell did you tell him for? Now we're going to have to kill him. And the therapist is like, what the actual hell, So he gets his mistress to listen on the other side of the door. Next time they come in, he starts recording them. The mistress starts saying, I can't live with this. I can't live with this, So she is freaking out. She's wanting to go to the cops. And I'll be damned if the therapist didn't move his mistress in with him and his wife to keep an eye on her to make sure she wasn't going to tell nobody.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and see, the mistress, I think the therapist was blackmailing the boys is what I think.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I think the therapist was saying, look, I got these tapes. You're going to give me his money, because he did keep getting their family to pay like $12,000 a month for therapy they weren't even getting. And Eric was like, just pay him, just pay him. So that case, girl, oh my God, I know way more about it than I ever wanted to. I'll tell you that.
Why'd they leave it so late to say about the abuse? I think they actually used they used it right away because that was their plan all along. It was planned. Yeah, he wanted the money. I think the girlfriend did too, to be honest, or the mistress. I think that's exactly why he had moved him in with his wife, because she would have talked or blackmailed for money or whatever.
Yeah, I think there was some blackmailing going on there for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think Eric was tripping out, man. That's why he wasn't even staying in the country, man. He was traveling everywhere doing tennis. Hell, he wasn't even around when Lyle got arrested. Eric was even getting pissed off at Lyle, man. That's another reason you think it's about money, because Eric was getting pissed at Lyle. He even told the therapist on audio recording that, Lyle's starting to act just like dad now, man. He's even trying to take my part of the money. Lyle was a playboy. He dated Victoria's Secrets models, bought a damn big ass condo, bought a Porsche, He was an hour late to the parents' funeral. There's so much craziness in this case, and I plan to throw it all out there. I only got a little bit right now, but it's coming.
Cousin knew, yeah. Cousin knew, yeah. Okay, Amanda. Everybody's different. So some do speak up, But some don't because they feel ashamed and they feel like they're going to get blamed for it. Like, well, maybe you shouldn't have worn your skirt that short, or, you're dressing like that. You're kind of asking for it, or, things like that, because that gets said to people. There's many reasons why victims stay quiet. Anxiety, the fear, and a lot of people, again, they feel ashamed that it happened to them.
Well, thank you, Baked Cake. I appreciate that. I do hope everybody will go listen to my 2 minute days. That's all I've got up so far. Start at the beginning. That's the way I'm going to do it. There's a hell of a lot in that case. Way too much. I don't even know if at the beginning I'm even still going to know. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Sherry.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Damn. Very nice.
It does depend on the situation. Yeah, everyone's different. Some people are like, they feel okay enough to talk about it. Some people, they will talk about it and they do just need a few years to grieve and get the closure within themselves on the situation, and then they talk and use it. Because I didn't always be vocal either, because I heard the things like, your skirt's too short, or why are you dressing like that if you didn't want it, and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own thoughts and opinions. Hence, why we have a damn jury. If everybody thought the same way and everything was so obvious and hitting us in the face, why would we need a jury? You have to have the differences of opinion. People has to be able to see things differently and come to one logical explanation, and vote. And
What
then have
what
hung
does
jury.
the super sticker look like? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, you'd have to look at it on the YouTube side.
I gotta look, sorry.
Just knowing what I know now on the Menendez case, I'm just going to say it like this, and that's right now. That I may change my mind, but at this point, what I do know about it is if I was sitting on that jury and the essay was through out there and everything was through out there in one trial, I'd probably go with a crime of passion, maybe, or maybe third-degree murder. It would definitely be murder. I wouldn't go with acquit, and I wouldn't go with that self-defense. I wouldn't do that. They were grown men. One of them didn't even live at home. One of them didn't have to be. So I wouldn't go with self-defense. However, given the circumstances, and this passive-aggressive hate that they could have had or did have for their father and even their mother, definitely could have been crime of passion, third-degree murder. They should be out today.
Yeah.
That would have been they wouldn't have walked, I tell you.
No, it should have been a crime of maybe insanity. Temporary insanity and crime of passion.
I couldn't go with temporary insanity, though. Say me and you'd be on jury. I couldn't because of the premeditation.
Okay, well, I have to watch what I say on YouTube right now.
I understand
my past with somebody.
Understand. A lot of people say they should have walked. I don't see it that way at all.
Oh no! See, here we go disagreeing again, because I can totally understand having thoughts and a plan in your head. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah,
but
that's true. I do. I agree with that, but
I do think it was overkill. I do think it was overkill because I think there was I understand, because everyone's like, okay, I can, why didn't they just kill the father then? Why the mother too? Well, the mother knew what was going on and was okay with it. And even as young boys, the mother knew. And when you have that, I'm thinking like them, if your mom knows this is going on, I've been in similar situations, and your mom allows it, she's just as fucking guilty, right? And also, your mother's supposed to be one that saves you. Like, we're built that way. Your mother is supposed to be like your safety. Like, when my kids get hurt, they want their mom, right? So I think that to have your mom turn her back on that is wrong. I could see why they killed her too. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Felicia!
Yeah, me and her have some differences on this case. Of course,
Yeah.
she is Gen Z. She is Gen Z, part of the TikTok community that think these guys are the hottest thing that ever walked, even though, you know, they're older than me. At the same time, we have differences on this. A lot, you know. We just do. And there's, as far as the mom goes, the mom was a victim to a sense herself, and I didn't know that either until I dug so deep into this case. Yeah, she the boys used to fight over who was going to sleep with her. Let me just put it this way. I'm not going to get way into this case because it's very emotional, but I'll tell you that whole family was dysfunctional.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, we're talking like a King Tut family that we want to keep it in the family kind of thing. It's real messed up.
It's
So
really messed up.
once you're an adult male man, come on, that's mom. You don't do that shit to your mom. I think, in a sense, that whole family's dysfunctional, girl. Oh my good Lord, have mercy. And the boys, I know it's learned behavior. I understand that. I do. I get that. But when you're 20 years old, you know damn right from wrong. A little bit, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to sleep. Oh my goodness.
But think of the mental. This is something that didn't just happen as adult. They've gone through it since they were little boys. Like, they didn't. They just.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, it's sad. It's sad in every degree and angle. But you know, when the mom's being abused, she was badly abused too.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just by Jose, which he was terrible to her. But man, your son should not do the shit to you that was done to that mother. Period. Especially when you're a big guy, you know, that's your mom. That's craziness. And I don't, you know, I know it's learned behavior, but damn, we all went through something as a kid. I'm just going to stop right now because this is a hell of a case to get into this. I'm going to say incest is wrong. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Period. And when a 15, 16-year-old dude is raping his mom, man, that's messed up.
Well,
That's messed up.
Like raping his mom, or now do we feel like the mom was also making the sons do things with her too?
No, I mean, Lyle said it in court. Man, I
did.
touched him.
I missed that.
Hell yeah, he did. He said, "Yeah, I touched mom everywhere."
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? This case is going to be some craziness to get into. I'm touching on it now. I'm gonna throw it all out there. The facts. I'm not gonna throw anything else because it ain't needed. But once you get a certain age, you know that ain't right.
Oh yeah.
Mom,
Ginger, I want to accused of lying, making it up when they finally say, okay, exactly. We get accused of lying, making it up, or you hear like, why did you wait so long? You should have told immediately. Or you have stupid bitches like Amber Heard, who's a celebrity and literally lying about domestic violence. I think that's so wrong. She deserves to be in fucking prison. She should have to give Johnny Depp all his money back and then some, and still donate the shit she promised to donate from the divorce, because that's being looked into currently. She did not fucking make that donation. She's a lying bitch. Yes, that's all I'm going to say about that. People that do that kind of shit is exactly why women stay quiet.
Well, yeah, that really backfired for the whole Me Too movement, because I mean, not only is it supposed to be, yes, you have to believe these women when they stand up and say something, then you have other ones taking advantage of that and just trying to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a really hard time believing a woman if, like, I can understand some time going by or whatever, but if her first move is to go to the press or to, like trying to get these actors fired and stuff, that instantly puts a bad taste in my mouth. Like, she should be going to the police. It was a
Mm-hmm.
crime. It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that case. I can't even help you on that one. I don't know nothing about. I know Amber Heard's out of her head.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. Yeah, it's not cool. And those recordings, like, of course, I was all like, "Yay, Amber Heard speaking up, awesome!" And then when I started seeing the damn recordings, I'm like, "Hold the fuck up! This is so wrong." Okay, I'm not going to say that Johnny Depp is an angel. He did like his alcohol, and I'm sure he got mad. But of course he got mad because his wife was being a hoe bag.
Hmm.
So he said nasty things. And I mean, he cut his own finger and wrote on the picture, not hers. And you can tell she was like egging him on while he was drinking. She really, really, really wanted him to have an outburst on the fucking recordings. It's just so wrong. I don't know. I don't think you'd be, because there's an ex that I am afraid of who has said some bad things that they'd like to do to me. Okay. I don't think I would go put a video camera up. Well, actually, I know I wouldn't because I never fucking have. I wouldn't go fucking put a video camera up to live stream these things and poke the fucking bear. I wouldn't because I'm that afraid of that person.
Yeah. You told me you want to do that. I'd tell you no. Not a
Yeah,
good idea. Not unless
he
I'm like
was not.
around the block or something.
I don't believe she was scared. She seemed fine, calm, cool, collected. Again, uh, I mean, I don't want to say this for all people who have been in domestic violence situation, but for me, in my experiences, I would not be doing that because yes, you're on a live stream, but again, he was drunk. He wasn't in the right state of mind. What if he's really that bad? You're so scared of him. You're not afraid, like you're poking him and he's gonna kill you. Like I can't relate to that because it's just not what I would do if I was deathly afraid of someone.
Kim, Mr. Share, would you poke the bear for Share?
He might.
Yeah, I might. I might snuff the life right out of the bear.
Yeah, Amanda's very interested in the 30 South part of the case, which is I don't even know if you can really consider it a part of the case with that. I mean, we don't have actual facts to that. Most of that is just, our theories. However close they may be, we don't know. But there is a lot of people that believe there is a connection there.
I agree, Kate. I agree.
You know what's the worst saying, man, when you're a kid and you're told that little saying, man, we've all been told, sticks and stones may break my bones. Horse shit. I'm going to tell you, a scar can heal. A bruise can heal. But when you're hitting the heart, that rip,
Mm-hmm.
it comes back to visit, even as an adult. Stuff you're told as a kid will still stick with you. You don't really remember, think about it. You don't remember a hell of a lot of your childhood. Not a hell of a lot from what, 10 down? But it's the traumatic. It's the very good and the very bad that you have vivid memories of. So that emotional, verbal, that shit sticks with you. And it gives you a complex of a lot of different things. So yeah, that's one of the worst sayings. And I see why it was even made, because of kids at school and being bullied, and I get that. And you can suck it up like Cher does, and you act like it don't bother you, but deep down, man, enough of those rips and it breaks you. You eventually get broke. I don't care how tough your shell and persona is. Those damn words, they do hurt. They cut like a damn knife, and they stick with you.
I'm all fucked up still because of that shit, right, baby?
Yeah, I mean, every bruise you got, girl, it healed. What did it do? It probably pissed you off at the end of the day after you thought about it. But those words,
I always said
that's it.
I'd much rather be hit or something than the emotional abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fact. I mean, it is a fact.
Well, you guys, this has been 2 hours. And my friend Mandy C just started a live, so here's the link for that. I think you all should go rate her and drop the purple hearts.
And I want to thank you for I just now seen this where you pinned the granddaughter's channel up there. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Everyone subscribe to Felicia. Next time you have to come on the panel and talk about Mendes Brothers, girl. If you're still
Girl, honey, no. I don't need to be on here when that happens. You and her will be good, though. Y'all be good together.
Yeah, she should come up here.
I'll be sitting over there. I ain't saying nothing. I'm staying out of this one. No. I like to hear all opinions, but oh my goodness, I'm an Aquarius, I hear my opinions and I'm like, my thoughts, man, they ain't no changing them until I see some proof of why I'm going to change them.
Yeah. And I just
and Little Bit's the same way, man. She gets it in her head, this Gen Z head. And let me tell you, they will argue they will chew the dang hind leg off a donkey arguing with you.
Well, that's welcome here, girl. Unpopular opinions.
I tell her all the time. I tell her all the time. I'm like, girl, stick to your guns. If that's what you believe in, I want you to argue the fact with me because, that's good. You're standing for what you believe in. That's important.
Try and email me again. I did not get the links. I'm sorry. Try and email me again, hun. But thanks, everyone. And go check out Mandy. Go rate her. Drop her purple hearts. And Mr. Cher is live tomorrow night. What time, baby?
7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Oh, 8 Central.
Yep.
All right. We'll be there. I'm unpredictable as hell. So I don't know what who knows? I'll see it over
there. Before. Yeah. Thanks, Mama, for coming on here.
You're so welcome, sweetheart. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love
you guys.
I'll have
check out Mandy. She's gonna unbury some shit on Natasha Cooper. So some drama over there if you want your fix.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.